Cuestión literaria.
Aquí se plantea una cuestión muy larga y creo que podríamos estar esta mañana por la mañana hablando de literatura.
Dar foarte scurt pot să vă spun că procesul de scriere a cărților mele este foarte ambigu.
Pero así, por resumir, puedo decirle que el proceso de escritura de mis textos es muy ambiguo.
Eu însumi nu controlez scrisul meu, ci de fapt este invers. Scrisul mă controlează pe mine.
De hecho, puedo decir que yo no controlo exactamente mi escritura, sino al contrario, es más bien la escritura la que me controla a mí.
De exemplu, lumea mă întreabă de ce scrii cărți atât de groase când oamenii nu mai citesc acum nici 10 rânduri pe Facebook, se plictisesc.
Por ejemplo, la gente me pregunta, ¿pero por qué sigues escribiendo libros tan gruesos cuando la gente no resiste más de 10 líneas en Facebook? Se aburren.
Și eu le răspund întotdeauna, eu nu controlez mărimea cărții mele. Cărțile mele ies la mărimea pe care o vor ele.
Y yo siempre tengo la misma respuesta, yo no controlo el grosor de mis libros. Mis libros tienen el grosor que ellos mismos quieren.
Dacă o carte a mea vrea să fie de 1000 de pagini, de 1000 se face.
Y si un libro mío quiere tener 1000 páginas, pues tendrá 1000 páginas.
Și apoi, mărimea unei cărți este o figură de stil.
Y además también, por otra parte, el grosor del libro es una figura de estilo.
Gândiți-vă că vioara dă un sunet, viola dă alt sunet, violoncelul dă alt sunet și contrabasul alt sunet.
Piense, por ejemplo, que un violín ofrece un sonido, una viola otro sonido, un cello otro sonido, un bajo otro sonido.
Mărimea contează.
Por tanto, el tamaño cuenta.
Nu poți să-ți imaginezi că Ulisa lui Joyce ar fi putut avea 50 de pagini.
Y no puedes pensar que el Ulises de Joyce habría podido tener 50 páginas.
Un haiku trebuie să fie foarte mic.
Un haiku tiene que ser muy breve.
Iar o epopee trebuie să fie foarte mare.
Y una epopeya tiene que ser muy larga.
Deci există o legătură între mărimea cărții și sensul ei.
Así pues, existe una relación entre el tamaño del libro y su sentido.
Hello everyone, hola, gracias a todos. Pro aris et fosis, por el altar y por el hogar. Y hoy tenemos Klaus, someone which is special, is one of the winners here in la Feria del Libro in Mexico. So let's try. Thank you, sir, for joining us in Cuéntame un Libro and Ahora Canada.
Gracias.
There's times, and this is something that we talk about, especially for people in Canada, old people, Latin people, the one that travel there, about the platonificación. We call platonificación, which means something that you wanna aspire. It's something you wanna get to that point. So that's the dreams you have. Mm-hmm. What means the Platon or the platonificación for you? What means, and especially with the Romance, which is Spanish, which is Roman, Romania, which is all. What's the relationship you can find?
Plato was an idealistic philosopher. He thought that the real world was not the world that we feel every day, but the world of ideas, the world of I don't know, poetic inspiration, the world of the gods, in a way. So he believed that our mind, our thoughts, our brain is the real world. The other one is only a shadow of the real one. So we are all deluded. We are deluded by everything we see. We can only aspire, as you said, to a superior world. But I think this aspiration of all the people towards something they cannot find in the world, but something idealistic, something that you cannot touch, as you cannot touch the moon with your fingers, is maybe the most beautiful feature of humanity. The human being is the only one who can have wishes towards infinity, towards something that you can never
Get
touch with your fingers. And this is a Platonic heritage.
Sir, and I know your time is short, and this is the last question.
Okay.
Thank you for this. I really appreciate for the people that they are showing us. And I want to ask this: what do you think is the material world the one that changed the ideal world, or is the ideal world is the one that changed the material world? This is an philosophic issue. It has been for many years. Marxist says that needs to change
Yes.
the material world in order to
Yes.
change the idealistic world. What do you think? And thank you for that. And that's
I don't think anyone defined what is reality and what is not reality. I think this is the most important philosophical question about the relationship between consciousness and reality. Does consciousness produce reality or the other way around? Of course, the materialism, including Marxism, consider that the real world is the real thing. It's everything that we have. There's nothing else but the material world. But all the idealists, starting with Plato and Zenon and the other idealistic philosophers, think that actually the world of ideas determine what we see in the real life. Nobody can tell this. You can have a scientific approach, you can have a religious approach, a philosophic approach, or a poetic approach, but you can never be sure. And this is, in my opinion, a good thing, because this is the fate of humanity, not to have very strong ideas about our lives, but to doubt all the time. Doubt, as Descartes said, is the most important clue for our lives. Cogito ergo dubito, dubito ergo sum. Yes.
Listen, thank you, sir.
Thank
I
you.
know you're very much smarter than I am, but there's a quote I want to share with you.
Okay.
It's philosopher semper is aletus. Latin.
Yeah.
The philosopher, it's always happy.
Happy. Yeah.
And this is a book, extraordinary book for Alexander Joly. He wrote about Socrates, and he's also a great philosopher. He is a quadriplegic guy, and he wrote this. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.